Hey, everyone. Welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about Canaan, ticker symbol CAN. This is one of the best-known names in the Bitcoin mining hardware space. The company designs and sells ASIC machines, and it also runs its own Bitcoin mining operations. That mix makes it interesting, but also risky. In this video, I'll explain what Canaan does, how the business looks today, what's been moving the stock, and what risks you need to keep in mind. As always, this is not financial advice, just information and analysis to help you learn. So let's start with the basics. Canaan is a tech company that focuses on specialized chips called ASICs. These chips are built for one job, mining Bitcoin. The company was founded back in 2013, and it was one of the first to make commercial ASIC rigs. If you've been around crypto mining for a while, you've probably heard of their Avalon line of machines. Over the years, Canaan has positioned itself as one of the key hardware makers in this industry, competing against names like Bitmain and MicroBT. Canaan makes money in two ways. First, it sells ASIC machines to miners. These are companies and individuals that need efficient hardware to mine Bitcoin profitably. Second, Canaan also mines Bitcoin itself. By doing this, the company is not just a seller, it's also a participant in the network. That means when Bitcoin goes up, its own mining operations and reserves can benefit. But of course, when Bitcoin goes down, that exposure hurts. Another thing worth mentioning, Canaan is also exploring other uses of its chip technology, like high-performance computing and edge computing. But for now, the core story is still Bitcoin mining hardware and operations. Now, let's talk about where Canaan stands today. Revenue over the past year was around $345 million. That sounds solid, but the company reported a net loss of about $266 million. So, while sales are coming in, the bottom line is still negative. A big reason is that costs are very high: silicon, manufacturing, logistics, energy. Plus, the market for mining machines is extremely cyclical. When Bitcoin is hot, everyone wants machines. When Bitcoin cools off, demand drops hard. Canaan also has a huge share count, around 469 million shares outstanding. That makes it hard for the stock to climb fast unless there's a big catalyst. Analysts have price targets around $2.50, which is above where the stock has been trading recently. That implies some upside if things go right. But the road is not easy. One positive catalyst. Canaan recently announced a massive order of 50,000 Avalon A15 Pro machines. That's one of the largest orders it has secured in years, and it shows that institutional buyers are still interested in their hardware. The company is also building partnerships for renewable energy-powered mining, like projects in Texas that use wind energy. That's important because energy cost is the single biggest factor in mining profitability. Another interesting point is Bitcoin reserves. Canaan actually holds Bitcoin on its balance sheet. As of recent reports, the company owned more than 1,500 BTC. That's a double-edged sword. If Bitcoin rises, those holdings gain value. If Bitcoin falls, the company takes hits on paper and in real value. Now, let's zoom in on what makes Canaan different. The company has experience. It's been in the ASIC game for more than a decade. It has brand recognition in the mining community. It runs its own mining operations, so it gets real-world data on how its chips perform. And having Bitcoin on the balance sheet gives it leverage when the crypto cycle turns bullish. But let's not ignore the risks. The first is exposure to the Bitcoin cycle. If Bitcoin's price falls, demand for machines shrinks, mining revenue falls, and reserves lose value. Second is competition. Bitmain and MicroBT are huge rivals with more resources. They release faster, more efficient ASICs. Canaan must keep innovating to stay relevant. Third is regulation. Mining faces scrutiny around the world. Energy use, carbon footprint, import rules, all can impact operations. Fourth is financing. Canaan may need to raise more capital, which could mean dilution for shareholders. And finally, there's operational risk. If a new chip design fails, or machines underperform, the company could lose market share quickly. So, what should investors watch? Here are a few key things. 1. Backlog of orders. That massive A15 Pro order was a good sign. We need to see more like it. 2. Margins. Are they getting better at controlling costs, or are they still under heavy pressure? 3. Bitcoin reserves. How much they hold and how they manage it. 4. Progress in renewable energy partnerships. Cheap power is critical for mining, and renewable sources help reduce regulatory risk. 5. Competition. What are Bitmain and others releasing, and how does Canaan respond? 6. Capital raises. Are they issuing more stock, or can they fund operations with cash flow? 7. New product launches. The mining industry moves fast. Staying behind even one cycle is dangerous. Here's my personal view. Canaan is a speculative play, not a safe bet. If Bitcoin surges and demand for ASIC skyrockets, Canaan could ride that wave. Its hybrid model, selling machines and mining itself, gives it multiple ways to benefit. But the risks are high. Losses are large, competition is brutal, and regulation could bite at any time. This is the type of stock where, if I were investing, I'd keep my position very small, just money I can afford to lose. For long-term investors, Canaan will need to prove it can stabilize revenue, cut losses, and deliver innovation in ASICs. If it does, the upside could be big. If it doesn't, dilution and losses could keep weighing on the stock. So, to wrap it up, Canaan is a high-risk, high-reward play in the Bitcoin mining ecosystem. It has history, brand, and some big orders. It has Bitcoin on its balance sheet, but it also has huge losses, stiff competition, and reliance on one of the most volatile assets in the world. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Do you think Canaan can ride the next Bitcoin wave, or is it too risky? Stay curious, stay patient, and always do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing here is a recommendation to buy or sell any security.